Time for the Green and Gold game preview presented by Smucker's Jams and Jellies.
Let's take a closer look at this week's matchup. This is the Green and Gold game preview.
With a name like Halfley, it has to be good.
Just so we cover this, and I think Jesse is working on delivering the audio so you can hear the voiceover. The voice actor who passed away 20 years ago, who said, with a name like Smucker's, it has to be good, Mason Adams. For the texters on the Carbless Talk and text line, Willard Scott on the Today Show would celebrate people who turned 100 for their birthdays, and I think graphically he would actually put their faces on a jar of Smuckers because they were a great partner, just like we have many great partners on our show. So I think that is the mystery of the Smuckers right there.
And he is a weather.
Oh, here it is.
Like things simple. Smucker's Simply Fruit.
All right. They don't sell ice cream. Let's get to the Green and Gold game preview.
That's good. Our three big questions ahead of the Green Bay Packers and the New York Giants. Noon Sunday at MetLife Stadium. Tausch, what's the big storyline heading into this weekend's game?
How does this offense get back on track? That is the storyline. I don't care if you run it. I don't care if it's Christian Watson with two huge plays. I think one of the things that this group needs to figure out is you need to find more explosive plays. Everything is too hard right now. Everything's dink and dunk. There's just, outside of Josh Jacobs busting a couple of tackles and maybe getting a 12-yard pickup or a PI on Musgrave, how and where are you going to find some big plays? Because teams are saying, we don't think you're patient enough and efficient enough to do 10 and 12 play drives. And for the most part, at least the last 2 weeks, those teams have been right. So how are we going to go about doing that, Matt? And the pressure's on. I am in the Jeff Halfley, Ted Lasso, Jason Wilde camp on this. I think there are solutions. We need to see them. This is a good week for that to happen. So that is the storyline on my end. Where and how are we going to get this offense going?
I can't say the exact same thing Tausch did, so I'm going to put a variation on it because I agree with him. And I'm going back to the offensive line. Matt LaFleur said he challenged those guys this week. I'm sure there were times, Tausch, even on your great offensive lines, where the coaches said, hey, we need you guys this week. We're counting on you to set the tone. And, look, this is a good front. They got a bunch of first-round picks all across the front. This is a statement game for that crew. And to me, that's why this is so important. And your point about the offense getting going, in my opinion, it all starts with those guys up front getting going. And they have just been so inconsistent, both in terms of personnel being available and in terms of performance. Next.
Besides Jordan Love and Micah Parsons, the leaders on each side of the football, which Packers player will most impact the amount of success the team has this Sunday against the Giants? Tausch?
This one's going to be surprising because this hasn't even been brought up. And I'm sure somebody wrote a story about it. This is the return of the X-Man, too. Right?
I don't think anybody's written that story. He totally
Why
poo-pooed
have we not?
it. Because he completely poo-pooed it.
Yeah, but just because you got a poo-poo doesn't mean you don't go get a little Grey Poupon, put it on your sandwich. I want some.
Was Wilford Brimley the spokesman for them?
I don't know. It's to me, that and isotoner gloves are the two probably gold standard in obscure brands with memorable commercials. Okay,
it's pretty good. Yeah,
and now you're putting Smuckers in there, but Grey Poupon, you can poo-poo all you want, Xavier. This needs to be a high turnover game, and the New York Giants told you, even though you were a captain and a good football player, we don't need you. You aren't worth what you think you are. You tell me he ain't going to have a little bit of a spur in his boot or whatever in his saddle or whatever quote you want to use. This needs to be a Xavier McKinney revenge game, even though he doesn't need it because he's living his best life, and that is the best revenge. I still think he'd love to shove it up you-know-who's you-know-what.
What's their what and who's who? Look,
Joe Shane, Keister.
Yes. Uh-huh. I know.
Okay.
I was
You asked.
just making a joke. All right, so to me, the player that...
My bad. I didn't catch your joke. That's me.
You're
Thank
right.
you, Jesse.
You're right.
Where's Kay Adams?
It is. It is going to be one of those days. To me, this is... some people chose him as their Steinhoffel sleeper of the week. They got to get more out of their tight ends. And my guy, John Fitzpatrick, didn't help me at all. Your guy, because you didn't appreciate the fact that the expectation was a little bit higher for your guy, given that he'd moved into the starting role. Now you're bitter and you're firing people from a volunteer. These people are volunteers. You can't fire them.
It's going to be tough. I don't feel good about where my head's at right now. I don't.
I'm going to say the two tight ends, obviously. Luke Musgrave, Tausch's guy, and John Fitzpatrick, my guy. I don't know what the availability level is going to be for Matthew Golden. Romeo is fine. That's important. He had the chest injury that he left the game with. They added Christian Watson to the injury report yesterday with
but it was a
knee
good ad
and hamstring soreness. He said it is not ACL related. I'm always leery when people are telling me what it's not, because that means that they know that people are thinking about what it could be.
Skeptical.
I thought he was. I thought Christian was great. I didn't think he came off as lying or dishonest or misleading. And he did have that line about how it felt good to have football soreness. But he is a unicorn. And they played him, let's be honest here, he played 83% of the snaps.
It's a lot of snaps.
56 snaps. I'm just here to say, for a guy that was in his third game since returning from the ACL, maybe a little bit more than you wanted to play him.
Bubble wrap him up. Yeah, we need you to rest.
Hey, you can say whatever you want about my bubble wrap, but he's on the injury report now.
Yep.
So
and you're skeptical. But you don't want to admit you're skeptical.
I'm leery, and I think he will play, but I think they will probably have to curtail his snaps a little bit better than they did against the Eagles.
You just hate to admit when I'm right about something, and you change words that mean literally the exact same thing.
No.
Jesse, is leery and skeptical the same?
The Packers beat the New York Giants at MetLife Stadium for just the second time since 2011. If blank. How do the Packers get the win,
It has to be. I don't know how close this is to Woodstock back in 1969, if you guys remember. It's not Lollapalooza. This needs to be Winston turnover-palooza. Jameis Winston is a turnover waiting to happen. He is at a bakery, and the dough is fresh, the fillings are there, everything is ready. You just got to go pick up the turnovers and go eat them. He likes to stuff W's in his mouth. This Packer defense needs to stuff turnovers in their mouth. You need a minimum of 3 this weekend. They're going to be there. Are you willing to go and grab those hot turnovers and shove them in your face and let the juices run down your mouth, and that is going to lead to victory on Sunday? I think they will. I don't care what kind of fruit filling is in there, but Turnover City, USA, it is the turnover-palooza up in New Jersey this weekend. That is going to be the key to this game.
I thought that was, you're just flouting the rules now?
What rules? Jameis Winston's first start? I can't go away from, I have to be true to myself. He is a turnover waiting to happen. I brought visuals and juices and fruit fillings running down people's faces. That is what changed on this whole, I didn't say, get 2 turnovers and be done with it. 3. You're going to get opportunities.
Favorite. So is Smucker Simply Fruit.
With a name like Smucker, we need the tagline, Jesse.
They don't
With a
say
name
the
like
tag.
Smuckers.
He doesn't say it.
It's got to be
it's on the
good.
screen, but he never says it.
I think we've given Schmuckers enough love today, too.
Oh, you don't say.
Yeah, I don't.
The Packers win if Josh Jacobs and the running game gets going. I am so tired of your guy, Dan Orlovsky, and other people. Oh, they're so predictable. They always run the ball on second down. Again, for people who are smarter about football than me, the fact that they're ignoring the frequency with which they are canning to runs on second downs because the safeties are back, I don't understand how you don't recognize. Now, and that's why I asked Jordan Love this week, do you get in trouble or do you get downgraded if it's an obvious can to a run and you say, no, forget you, I'm passing it anyway? Because that's what it would require. He said yes.
What did he say?
Yes, if it's a look that is favorable for a run, I'm canning to the run.
I can't wait till we have the dialogue of who's audibling and, is Jordan being a malcontent by audibling?
He's not.
Those are fun convos.
He's doing exactly what the offense wants him to do and the system wants him to do. So I'm sorry that those runs are unproductive, but that, again, goes back to my point about the offensive line. Once again, Josh Jacobs is at 56% of his yards after contact. The 4th and 1 play, which everyone talks about how, they were calling it out, they knew it was coming. Well, guess what? They had 2 guys who completely got obliterated, including your guy Luke Musgrave, on blocking on that 4th and 1. It's a 4-yard loss. Like, block it up. There's not 8 guys in the box. Block it up. And there ends our green and gold game preview.
That was a roller coaster.
That was fun.
It's like
a little bit of everything right there.
A little bit of toast, a little bit of butter, a little bit of Schmuckers, a little bit of Wilford Brimley, a little bit of Willard Scott, and 100-year-old people. We need to get to trivia.
I was leery. I was very leery of that segment going into it. Now I'm just skeptical. Very leery of it.
There's a subtlety to words. I would never, ever, ever act like I know more about football than you, and yet you always do this with my area of expertise, words. Why?
Because sometimes you just, because you're so stubborn, sometimes you refuse.
Is it irritating to work with someone who's stubborn?
In fairness, you're a journalist, not a dictionary.
We need to play trivia.
And I was told I can't. And I was told you're not on demand,
dictionary.
so I didn't want. That's why I didn't want to.
Jesse,
play Landman.
You know, should I call Bulaga? You want to go to Indiana early?
We need to.
You're putting this on me? I'll tell you what. You are. I'm annoyed with you now too.
The shock of your reaction there was beautiful.
I can't believe Jesse is annoyed with me. I am shocked that Jesse's annoyed with me too. Like, I really am.
Me? Jesse,
I can't wait for our Iron Jock giveaway today.
Oh,
It's
bet,
gonna be.
yeah.
I might go into 300s today. I'm being dead serious.
If we ever get to it.
we need to play trivia. We need a category. We need a caller. And we need to hear from Tausch about Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse, category and caller, please.
Great moments in Packers-Giants history is our trivia category. Today, let's do caller 34.
Caller 34. 34 for Wilde Tausch Trivia. 844-770-3776, 844-770-3776. It feels like a lot of the great moments are great for the Giants in recent years, not for the Packers. So we'll see how this goes. Call it 34 for trivia. Tausch, tell us about Hard Rock Casino, Rockford.
Oh, you know we love Hard Rock Casino Rockford. Jesse did a great job down at the sports book back when we first went down there with some Brewers stuff. The Jordan Love MVP. Need a big game this weekend, but still with 9.5 wins, still feel really good about that. Hard Rock Casino Rockford has that sports book, has all kinds of slots and live table games and everything that you're looking for. And now is the time to experience what true high-limit play feels like, surrounded by the rhythm and the indulgence and the unmistakable energy of Hard Rock Casino Rockford. We elevate the high-limit room experience to deliver premium table games play that is tailored for discerning players with enhanced game rules, including blackjack, where the dealer must stand on a soft 17. That really helps your odds. You have faster play and the kind of authentic high-limit action that will set Hard Rock Casino Rockford apart. So your next hand, what could be your best yet? Visit the High Limit Room at Hard Rock Casino Rockford and rediscover your game on your terms, in your rhythm, and with your edge, just like Jesse did with Coach Alvarez. He did it on his terms and in his rhythm and with his edge, and it only took about an hour from the greater Madison area.
Caller 34 for trivia at 10:01. It's Wilde and Tausch.
This is Wilde and Tausch, brought to you by Grassland Butter. Grassland Dairy is Wisconsin. Learn